BYOB. So some of you might know that some friends of ours have made a special version of Scratch called BYOB for build your own bricks, build your own blocks. And we're working on something of taking those ideas, and we expect to have that in our next version. So that's something that John's been, really working on. It's been something that he's been focusing on because we want to make it so that we worked on a version of that before, but we felt that we weren't so happy with the way that we implement procedures or subroutines. And we want to make it as easy to understand as other things in Scratch. And we think we've made progress in the next version of Scratch 2.0. We definitely plan to have that. And it's been great seeing the experiences with BYOB, and we've learned a lot from that. So we definitely plan to have that as part of the next generation of Scratch. Yep?
So you can use like two, so you can like use it over a wireless network.
So we say using it over wireless, so you mean like be able to share things between two different computers?
No, like you could play a multiplayer game over a wireless network.
Right, okay, play multiplayer games. So that's something that we've heard a lot of people suggest. I think there are probably some ways of doing multiplayer games that we certainly want to be able to have. So I think there's certain things, we've experimented some with this. Various people in our group have some small ways that if you have your program and you're sort of sharing some variables with other programs and it updates things, we'll have some of that. Whether it's going to be like a full multiplayer game, I don't know. It's one of the things that we've certainly thought about. Whether it'll be part of Scratch 2.0, I don't know, but I think that's a good thing that we want to be thinking about. In the back. Yes? John, was there anything else you want to say on that? No. Feel free to chime in. Or Amos also, or Paul, feel free to chime in if there.
Boolean.
Yeah.
So this is if I receive, which I've heard several people ask for that, or when I receive, it's sort of that you can put in the middle of your script, not just on the top, right?
Right. Yes. Right. So right now, when you get broadcast, it says sort of like when I receive, and that's the whole stack. But a few people have asked if I understand what's right, that you could just say, if I've received a message, then do this, or wait until I receive a message.
Right. Yeah.
Like wait until receive message or something like that. Right. So something like that. Yep, that's a good suggestion. We've heard other people ask about that as well. Yeah. That's behind. Yep. Go ahead, you. Yeah.
I know that some people have made like a Scratch project to EXE file converter, but I have a Mac, so I can't make EXE files. So I was thinking maybe like a Scratch 2 application. Like Mac application files, I can't make or convert.
Right. So basically, if I understand, so it's like making like a standalone file that you can sort of just execute Scratch on its own. Execute Scratch, your Scratch project on its own without having Scratch.
The same person that made BYOB also made like a Scratch in the or something. But it would be great if you could have like for Mac applications too.
Right. But I do think I would sort of stand. John, do you want to say anything on that?
I'm kind of surprised they don't have that already because, well, the Mac was made for Scratch was made for the Mac. It's like every time you associate Scratch with people with a computer, it's like the Mac is what the first thing. It's like Scratch was made for the Mac, so I'm kind of surprised that.
There's some challenge, John. Do you want to say a little bit?
Well, yeah. So what's hard is to make a single executable that would run on any platform that you could email to your friend who has a PC and would run on that. So Jens did the one that sort of does executable for PCs, but if you mail that to your Mac friend, then they wouldn't be able to use it. What we'd like is for in Scratch 2.0 to make a single file that can sort of be you could double click it and run it on any platform. And actually, if we use Splash as our implementation platform, which we're thinking of doing, then that's probably going to be possible. They'll be able to send a Swift file in as long as they have the Flash player installed.
But anyway, I think it's a really good idea. And one way or another, we want to do it. Again, not just make a separate one for the Mac, but as John was saying, want to sort of deal with this, just more generally. Great, there's so many questions, but back there, one, yeah, go ahead, yeah. Stop script.
Stop script. Stop all the scripts in one strike. Oh, you started from that place?
Oh, I see. Like to sort of pause the script. It's like to pause the script and then have some way to restart it. Okay. And the one we do is right next to you. Go ahead. Actually, Amos does a lot of reporting on the website. Do you want to say anything about some thoughts on that?
Yeah, we've often thought about that. It would be really nice if people maybe could flag a certain project as this is something I'm working on and I can really use some help, and that way others can sort of find that project that way and then try to answer any questions that may come up around that. We've been thinking about trying to do something like that. We may be able to add it to Scratch 2.0.
I need to mention one thing that I think we think will make this. It relates somewhat to this with Scratch 2.0. It was right now when you look at a project on the website, you can see the project, but you can't see the blocks with the project. You have to download it to Scratch and look at there. With the next version, we want to have it when you look at the project on the website, you can see the blocks right there. And if you have a question about it, you can write, maybe you have a question right at the blocks. And when someone tries the project, they can see it. So it's easier to have comments about the code. But right now, there's more comments about how you run the project, but it's hard to have comments right there about the blocks, because the blocks aren't there on the website. So that's one thing that I think will be better in the next version, since it'll all be there together on the website. So hopefully that will help address some of the issues you're talking about. Yeah, in the back.
I'm just wondering about, can I go back to the exportability cross-platform? And someone had mentioned that they're thinking about maybe Flash as some sort of a solution, but my understanding is like HTML5 is not going to support that, and so if you have a Flash export, you're kind of creating an entity.
Yeah, but it's a big challenge in the world these days. And we're looking at the different options of how to do this. The problem is certain versions, don't want to go too deep down this, but certain versions, doing it just in HTML5, we don't think will support everything we need with Scratch right now. Maybe in the future, but we're looking closely about which of the options are best. But it's a challenging decision because there's some challenges, as you say, with Flash. There's some challenges of not being supported on the iPad or others. But also there's some challenges of not having the support we need right now from HTML5 and JavaScript. John, do you want to say anything more for that?
No.
But we are. But we're aware of it and we're looking at it closely. But it's not easy. There aren't easy choices right now, but we're thinking about that. So how about back there? Oh, if you change, if you change the way the variable is visualized, and then you hide it, when you show it again, it comes back in it doesn't come back in that same form. Yeah, we heard that from. So hide show list, and then also maybe you can more control in the way that you hide variables. We'll take a look at that.
There was a bug in that in an older version of Scratch that got fixed in Scratch 1.4. So you might check and see if you're not already running Scratch 1.4. Maybe if you do have it.
Okay.
I'll look into that.
Okay, we'll take a look at it.